Yeah, it's six. It's 6:11. Whew. I do got to
I
get
don't know
used to
how
that.
you're up so early, bro.
You just stay up all night. There's no way around it. You have to be up all night. I'll go to
So when
sleep at
does
like 10. I'll just go to sleep at like 10. I mean, sometimes I just take a nap right now, but I want to get in the habit of making the content. So,
when was the last time you slept? Have you been up for like a day straight?
no, not up for a day straight. I took a nap right before the market, like around. I'll sleep from like 1 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, bro. You still get all the sunlight. I'm just sleep during the hottest parts of the day too. That's like kind of like my goal, but it stays at 70 to 80.
Oh, so you got that Florida weather, boy.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's Florida for sure. From the birds to the bees,
And is
from
there
the
like crazy rain
birds.
too? Like it'll be like violent rain and then stop all of a sudden?
I thought I paid for this. Um, no, there hasn't been for me yet. It's been a little bit of rain at night, but not in my area. Dang, I
Okay.
thought I paid for premium already. I guess I paid for my other account. Yeah, I did. They acting bougie. Tesla acting bougie.
Money trees is a perfect place for shade and exercise.
So $8 a month is.
Is it making you pay to stream or just for premium?
For premium, but it's the same. You need premium in order to stream on X.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure. Because you can't access your media center.
That's fucking crazy. It should let people stream
Monetization.
for free.
No, you got to be making a little bit of money to open your mouth on here. It basically like verifies you though, so you don't got a bunch of people making like AI shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that does make sense. To stop the
Some
fucking bots.
become a premium creator. Yeah, because they call them premium creators. Yeah, this joint no joke. It makes me want to go get the premium because they said it come with the deep search, unlock deep search and think, and you get early access to Grok. I might have to go with the premium, bro.
The Grok is probably the best. I mean, yeah.
I got the
I think
regular.
you get Grok. I think you get Grok for free now, though.
No, you get Grok 2 for the $8 premium. But I grabbed that on Black Friday. So I'm going to just grab this monthly until the next sale. I'm definitely going to grab it for the month, though, to see what it's like. Because I heard that Grok 3 crazy now. You heard
Is
me?
it still in beta?
They got it. Yeah, but you're allowed to test it.
That's fire. I'm talking to it right now.
What, Grok 3? You talking to Grok 3?
Yeah, Grok 3 beta, it says.
Where at? Through X?
I'm just on X. I'm just on X on my phone. Yeah.
So you have the premium?
No, I don't. It says we're rolling out
Mm.
Grok 3 to all X users. If you don't have access, you'll get it soon. Stay tuned. And then it just
Oh
says Grok 3
shit.
beta.
Oh, this just happened today then, bro.
I think you get Grok for free now, bro.
Bro, how come it hasn't updated on my shits though? On the website. Maybe I gotta log out and log back in this whole time. Look at me about to play all this extra. But
Eh,
yeah, because
I
it's
mean,
been
maybe
saying Grok 2 on the computer. It hasn't done the beta yet.
it's only on mobile, and it does pop up a message like it's not to everyone yet. Like they still have to roll it out. But I mean, that is pretty nice that it's fucking free.
Yo, I made a bunch of money off Intel and SMCI.
Let's go.
All shorts, baby.
The Short King.
Yeah. Short my way to the top.
Yo, that's a bar.
Oh, this joint
That's
way
a.
faster, bro. It's way faster.
You got the beta?
Yeah, he stepped his shit up. I said, please give me highlights on the market, including names like PLTR, Tesla, SMCI, and Intel.
And that shit just be spitting though.
Yeah, spitting performance, financials, market sentiment. Yep.
The AI revolution, bro. It's happening.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. The answer's still not that great, but
For something that's free though, it's pretty decent quality. I feel like.
oh yeah. I just hope a lot of people give it stock analysis. I can't wait till it gets that good, where it can just search the stocks for you. You know what I mean? Based on your
Yeah.
trading style. That's when it's gonna get stupid. But all you got to do
Stupid.
is know how to exit the right questions. Like,
AI prompt writer, dude. That's gonna be where the money's at, is writing them prompts. So,
yeah, there's so many more people shorting Palantir. Yo, it has to get shorted, bro. There's no way. There's no way they can price it that high.
let me take a look at them.
It's crazy. All right, cool. I'm gonna just get the basics so we can stream. No, but no, you still need the. Ooh, you still need the $7 a month. Why do I keep getting shocked? You still need the $7 a month. I think to
For
go
real?
live. Yeah, because that's the only way you can get the X Pro and the analytics and the media studio. You need the media studio.
Yeah, you're right. It says you gotta pay.
Yeah, but it's only $8 a month. That ain't
That's not
nothing.
bad.
That ain't nothing. That ain't shit but a box of bricks. I just need my next round of caffeine, bro. Shit, pull this one off.
They got basic for 3 a month, premium 8 a month. Oof, premium plus is $40 a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, what is the up? Like, is it that? Is it that exclusive? It feels like you about to get a whole new ad.
Nah, that is not justified. That's cap, bro. So even to edit, you have to pay for basic. Yeah, regular premium gives you media studio, and premium plus it just says higher limits on Grok, no ads on X. That's fucking. So premium plus is a huge waste of money, but I think basic at 3 and then regular premium at 8. I think that's good pricing.
Yeah, no, that's great
Oh shit!
pricing.
It says they're updating. It says they're updating like some random dates. That's pricing.
You said they updating the price when?
It says they updated the pricing yesterday.
What do they mean by that? Updated it in what direction?
New subscriber. It says new subscribers will pay the updated price starting that day. If you're an existing subscriber, your next billing cycle starts before March 22. You'll be charged at your current rate.
Corny.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like the same price though.
I don't know why your audio is so crackly. Why is my guy's audio crackly? Do you have your mic in?
I have it on, yeah. Let me try to fucking fuck with the settings. Is it crackling bad?
No, it was just a little one.
Okay, how's it sound now? Is that better?
Yeah, it's smooth now. It might have been when you moved.
Oh, wait. Is that more clear?
I think it was how you moved.
Because I had the mic in, but I had the wrong microphone selected. I had it on the webcam audio.
Oh,
So
okay.
now I got it on the what is this thing called? The Nexi Go?
That'll do it.
The Hollyland?
Your lavalier, your lavalier mic.
Yes, sir. We bricked up.
I swear I was paying for this already, but they just want more money. They all want more money, so I'm gonna give them more money. They all want more money. Oh dang! I gotta fucking throw my shit. I should have threw my John on. I forgot I gotta throw my John on. I throw my VPN on.
Hop up out the bed.
Put my VPN on.
What you putting the VPN on? You trying to watch some porn?
No, to do your credit card shit.
True.
It's easier. It's easier, my friend. But I don't.
Holy shit, bro! It says 4 years just for fucking jerking off.
Crazy, right?
That's fucking nuts, dude.
But you don't see no fake tits out here. No fake tits, no fake ass. You don't even be seeing fake lips or none of that out here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they all the women out here organic as fuck. But they still just
Wait, so
skinny.
did they?
They just skinny.
Sorry,
though.
go ahead.
Oh, they blocked musclesx.com. No, you can get on X.
Did they block? Did they block it, or you can still get on X?
You can still get on X. Yes, my friend.
they got Elon and Bali.
Oh, with his Bali drip on,
You got that Bali drip.
he feeling himself. He's like, I'm a Bali boy, living a Bali boy. It's fantastic.
Yo,
Come on,
what the
Barbie. Let's go,
hell?
Barbie.
We get so much spam.
Oh yeah, but I was in Intel overnight because, bro, I started watching the charts like a fucking madman, bro. Cause you know, and I'm reading trading like a pro, and it's calling me out on all my shit too. Cause the boy was a psychiatrist too. You ever
Mm-hmm.
listen to that audio book, Trading Like a Pro?
I think I've seen that one.
You should check that joint out, bro. That thing's a phenomenal listen.
Oh, they're Islam, bro. It's 87% Islam. That's why that shit's banned, dude.
Yeah, I do be seeing a lot of girls.
But that's Indonesia in general. It says in Bali, it's 87% Hindu. So where you are, it's super Hindu.
Okay, so that's why they got all the statues still. But the Muslims came in and took it down,
So
slaughtered it,
Indonesia is
slaughtered and
Muslim,
conquered.
but Bali is super Hindu. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, but the Muslims be weird, bro. They be liking they like they girls to look like they like they women to look like little girls.
Yeah, I'm not with that, bro. I like the Hinduism stuff, but the Muslim, and I studied Islam in college. I took a whole course on it. It's a little too much, dog.
Yeah, no, they still, yeah. It's definitely more extreme.
It's hardcore, bro. It's hardcore.
Hey, we got the media studio on Lizard. Bang, bang, bang. I swear we already had this already, but had to upgrade from the cart select. I gotta make
And
sure
then
I pay. I'm still
upgrade.
paying on my bills from my subtenants though. Not all of them. Like he paying me like 600 a month,
Okay.
but and then after the bills, everything like 850. So I gave him a discount. I gave him a big discount because it was fully furnished.
Yeah. He came up. That is a discount for fully furnished.
Yeah, and it's him and his girl. It's just that it's him and his girl, and she having a baby. But I thought they already had a baby. Well, they do have a baby, but it's not his. And I'm just like, dude, this situation is fucked. I wouldn't have rented it to I wouldn't have rented it out to him if I would have knew how fucked this situation was, because I would have just been like, I did want two people to have the spot, because then I know if two people in there, they're not gonna fuck it up.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because it's like it's impossible to fuck up $600 with two people.
Yeah, but if it's just one guy in there, then there's a chance he could fuck it up.
Right, exactly. So I kind of like the fact that a girl was in there too, and my neighbor was a girl, right? And they got a kid, so actually it made it even better because, like, I didn't know they had a kid, but I forgot. Like, I wanted to tell my neighbor, and I was just like, dang. I noticed that it actually worked out in my favor that she had a kid because it's like sympathy. It's like my neighbor can't say shit either because she got a kid. It's like who gonna kick somebody out with a kid if they paying the rent?
True.
You know what I mean? Like you got to be an asshole, and it's mostly women that stay there anyway. And there's kids downstairs, and there's kids to the left. So I was just like, they'll be all right. The kid's not old enough to be walking around outside, so it was just like, I figured they'd be all right.
And when is she having the other kid?
Oh, like after the lease is up, like 2 months after the lease is up.
Oh, okay. So you're good then.
Yeah. No, I'm super good, but it's going to draw because she's going to end up getting pregnant, my room my what is it called? My neighbor, she was starting to act like a Karen. She was starting to act
What?
like a Karen because I was subleasing the place, and then she was like, "Oh, so you're subleasing to a whole family?" And I'm like, "I mean, yeah. I mean, oh, so you're subleasing to a whole family?" I'm like, "I mean, oh, we've been live this whole time."
Oh shit! I hope you don't watch the channel. I don't see it live on mobile though.
All right, cool. Never mind. It just went live. It just went live.
Yeah, I think you're good. I don't see it. I got my phone up. I don't see it.
All right, I'm creating a broadcast now. And welcome to the Money Making Money. Woo! We feeling good today. The sun is rising on this side. I know it's setting on yours, but it's all good. Either way, we right on time. I'm glad to have my bro, man, M to the Ano with me today. How you feeling, M to the Ano?
Let's go. It's a good day. It's a good day.
You feeling patriotic or what?
Bro, if Trump is about to fire 6,000 IRS employees, I'm feeling insanely patriotic, my boy.
Dang. That just made me excited. Sheesh. So let's go. So I mean, I guess we got to talking to T. T always trying to save money, man. I appreciate him for that.
So I've heard different. Are we live? Because I do not see it on mobile that we're live.
Oh, all right, cool. Hold on.
Oh yeah, it just popped up. We live, baby.
It's money making
We
money,
live and direct.
live and direct.
Let's go.
The sun is
So I've
rising
seen
for me.
different numbers on this. This tweet says 6,000. This New York Post article says it's 15,000. Either way, it is a step in the right direction, bro. These fuckers need to get laid off, bro. When you really think about it, the nation was founded over what, a 2% tax on a fucking beverage drink? And now we're just getting taxed like 30% out of our ass? For what? For what, bro? They spent $10 million on circumcisions, like in another country.
Yeah,
Like,
yes. It's it's exciting to see all this corruption get exposed. But you know, it's kind of like a detox. You know what I mean? It's like if you never detox for a couple decades, then you know how intense the detoxification process is, right? So
right.
I feel like that's pretty much what we're going through. I like how Elon's been breaking it down too. His Hannity interview with Trump was on point. You know what I mean? Because he's always wearing his White House tech support. Can you pull up that photo with Elon Trump tech support with his tech support shirt on? Because
Yeah.
he's like we could just make it simple. They've made everything simple. Confidence and caring is necessary behind every action that's done. As a president, he was elected to install certain actions. So trying to say Elon is unelected is basically like trying to I don't want to say word vomit, but it's a way of manipulating someone when you're using what you're doing as the excuse of what they're doing, like a misdirection. It's just kind of like a misdirection. Yeah, yeah, yeah. His new tech support shirts. So that was him at the in, at a conference for the World Government's what was it? The World Government's Affair.
During a speech
World
to
Government
business
Summit.
leaders in
World Government
Dubai.
Summit. Yeah, so he was in front of maybe close to 300 to 1,000 people in that audience wearing his White House tech support. But I like how he breaks it down, bro, because technology is all about making things better and improving things, right? And technology does two things: it can make something faster and it cuts the cost of something. So all we're seeing is a huge tech problem when you look at the government. Like how collusion and criminality is, thriving throughout the government and corruption is thriving is because of it hasn't been revamped from a technological perspective. So his whole thing is like, we just need to upgrade the joint. Y'all just need Geek Squad in this joint. So then he got Geek Squad, but it's like these is rich niggas. These are some of the. It's not just Elon, right? So you have, he had his friend who's a co-founder of Tesla, but also involved with Airbnb. I think he's a board of directors of Airbnb. Can you bring up that news real quick? Doge government, Airbnb, like Elon got his guy with the Airbnb. Then you have like Mark Andreessen. This is the founder of Netscape. And this is something, I know a lot of high level people are paying attention to it, but I just want everybody in my network to be paying attention to it. But, this guy had created a hedge of what is a venture capitalist firm after he sold Netscape, and then in like I think in like a decade he grew that to like $11 billion. So this is the guy that's coming to help Doge. But I'm just saying these are all the people flocking towards Doge. So I don't know people's exact stories. I haven't dived deep into this, but the fact of the matter is there's a universal law of human magnetism that happens when more people start coming together to work on things. So you have Trump's strength being exponentially quantified, Elon's strength being exponentially quantified. So although you have the sentiment of the market destroying Tesla, it's mostly from, honestly, how I look at it from a sentiment perspective is like Elon just took on that flack of the we call it Trump derangement syndrome now, and he talked about it on the Hannity interview. He said people stop reasoning whenever Trump's name is brought up. He said for some reason, like their reasoning faculty in their brain gets blocked, and it's like they take methamphetamine and rabies cocktail. That's what he said. This is what he said. This is what he said on Fox, bro. Live interview. He said he was talking to somebody in California, and as soon as he mentioned Trump's name, it was like they took in a methamphetamine and rabies cocktail. Then he started laughing. He's hilarious, but it's true, that Trump derangement syndrome. And that was orchestrated through propaganda vehicles. We are now seeing with the USAID leaks and all the corruption was used strategically to promote war and to ban and dismantle any people that had large audiences that were going against the mission of the people who did not support war. So at the end of the day, if Trump's not bending over, right, and we knew Trump wasn't gay. I feel like if Trump was with his mentor and he went the other way, then yeah, he probably would have bent over like Bill Gates or like Mark Zuckerberg. These guys are bending over whenever the people who are responsible and have control for whether we go to war or not, or whether or whether we like manipulate a country or cause coups in a country or not, or these people, they talk to these guys. Once you get $1 billion, you have to go to dinner, you have to meet up with, you have to see these people at some point, or they at least know you, right? You're not an idiot. You understand board of directors. You understand if somebody's on the board of directors of BlackRock. You understand what level of power and control they have. So you understand their decision making. And so, now the financial guys, as I mature and I get older, I realize these are some of the best guys because they're like Warren Buffett's. We don't play nobody race. We only play the markets. We only play the money. We don't care about all y'all other shit. Like all that other shit could be going on. Y'all could be doing all your parties with whoever's fucking who. All we care about is your balance sheet and the numbers. Everything else can go out the fucking window. I have no control over anything else.
Facts.
I'm just playing these numbers real quick, and I'm getting out of here. And that's why there's such a loyalty behind Bitcoin, because Satoshi had that same principle. He's like, I'm just making the thing, and then I'm gonna let it go. I don't need all the hype. Like, I'm gonna just make something pure. Whether it was a group, which it was, it was a group the same way Jekyll Island created the Fed. It was a group of highly influential and wealthy new money niggas, and probably like one or two old money niggas. But that's still nerve wracking at the end of the day, because we don't know who created it. It's still nerve wracking. You know what I mean? So this
Yeah,
is
I mean, it is. I think overall a good thing that it's anonymous, because one of the biggest things that differentiates Bitcoin from literally everything else is that there's no central marketing team behind it. Any other shitcoin has a marketing team, a board of directors, people with their best interest in minds that are trying to cash out. Now, this newest theory that has kind of spun up, I think yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, is stating that it could be Jack Dorsey. For those of you who don't know, Jack Dorsey created Twitter. Once he stepped away from Twitter, made Square, which is Cash App. So, serial big time entrepreneur. I think he's fully out of Twitter X at this point, obviously, since Elon's took it over. I don't know his current involvement in Square and Cash App, but he spends a lot of time and commits a lot of energy to Bitcoin. But I guess these people are saying like his like typing style is kind of similar, and his like posting and his like login history is in California with like early stuff from like the Satoshi era creation of Bitcoin in 2009. Like, personally, I'm gonna say it's probably not Jack. I think one of the bigger
but
like
it's a group though.
conspiracies
He
is
could
that
be in
it
a
could have
group
been the
though.
CIA
He could no, he could
that
be, he could
developed.
have been a member in a group. He could have been a member in a
Like,
group.
I think it was a group. I think it was a group of people. Could he have been a part of that group? Absolutely. But do I think that it was just solo Jack on his own? No. I don't think that Bitcoin was created by someone
Bro, it was a
solo
group
on their
of
own. I think it was
I think
for
it was a
sure a
group
group.
of like 12 people.
Absolutely.
I think it
At
was a
least
group
a
of 12
handful, bro.
people.
At least a handful.
Yo, bro, in the group, you know what the group looking like? I bet you the group, bro, I bet you everyone in that group that could have voted for Trump.
I'm sure, dude, if we ended up with Kamala, this chart would not be looking the way that this chart is looking right now. I mean, I know people are getting bored. I know that people are losing their minds. How long we've been pushing sideways. I mean, we've been at the same price for like 3 months now, basically, since November. Obviously, hit that all-time high, 109K,
So
right on
quickly.
Inauguration Day.
So quickly.
It's been a nice little drawdown since then, about 11-12%. But I mean, we're building a floor here. We're building a floor above 90K, and
That's wicked.
it's in previous cycles the drawdowns were a lot more brutal. I think because we have the ETFs, all this institutional money, it's basically softening the blow. But
So no 70K.
so far, man, I mean, some people are calling for that. I think we could definitely take a trip back to the 80s, but the longer that they try to push this down and fail to push it, the stronger it becomes. And like, as you can see, we basically just had another higher low. They
You
tried
know,
to rug it again. We only got down to like 93, but that was higher than the previous low of 91. And then this super wick here, I think, got to 89. So, higher low, higher low. I mean, you could argue that this was a little lower than this wick to 94 because we got down to 93. But as you can see, I mean, in classic Bitcoin fashion, we just fucking dumped and then V bounced right back up. So, I mean, there is a lot of sell pressure overhead. I'm not going to deny that. 100K is a big psychological level that OG holders, they've been waiting more than 10 years to cash out. I mean, personally, we could keep going sideways for months. We could see, I think, a spring revival, and then probably a little sell it may go away for some summertime sadness, and then I think the top is going to maybe come in the fall, Q3, Q4. But if you look at previous cycles, like we're it's not that we're early in the cycle, but if we're not late in the cycle, like if the 4-year theory continues to play out, this would not be the place to have a top. I mean, some people are making the comparison to last time. Hang on, I gotta zoom out a little further than this. When we did the double top back here, but I mean, look at that drawdown that we had. That was at least 30%. No, that was fucking 56%, man. We went from fucking 65, cut the price in half, right to 28.
And how fast was that though? What was that? A month? No, that was what, 3 months?
This was very quick. This rug pull right here was from May to fucking to May, dude. This all
Oh, so it
happened
was
in
only
like
a month.
this
3 months to
sideways
get back.
period here was
5 months.
188 days. So that was from April, May, all the way till the fall. So, Bitcoin can push sideways for months, guys. Look at this sideways channel here. Like, this was just last year. This was just last year from March all the way until the fall, man. That was fucking 240 days. That was at least 8 months where we just traded in the same range.
So and talking about, and it went up. How long did it take for it to run up though?
I mean,
Mark the
this
run up.
move was very quick. This initial
Mark the other.
pump.
I'm talking about from the other run up though.
What, the previous one?
Yeah, the 2 legs. You just skip
This
one.
was.
Either way, they're
Say,
all short. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the 40 to 72. The one to the right.
okay, this one here.
To the right. I guess it's your left, huh?
This was like maybe 2 months. Yeah, 40 days.
But yeah, so the run ups are quicker than the drawdown. See, this is my whole. This is why I'm so. This is why I've shifted my trading strategy. And at the end of the day, it was an option presented in the trading mentorship with Honey Drip that I took too. Rav had the same principles, so shout out to Rav because his trading strategy was day trading, mostly shorting. He wouldn't be in investments long. Keep your cash. Keep your cash. Master the skill of being able to, I say, make rent every day. Just make rent every day.
I
Like
mean,
you're a
if
little
you're
landlord.
holding Ethereum, you missed the cycle, though. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you're holding Ethereum, you missed an entire fucking crypto cycle. But the reason people are freaking out is because normally, I mean, look at this price action.
Yeah, I know.
Ethereum.
The shorts would have been crazy, bro. You'd have ate. You would have ate good. You would have ate good.
This just happened like a few weeks ago. It went from $3,400 to $2K, bro. A 40% drop, basically, the number 2 crypto. Solana, down fucking 50%, essentially.
Would have ate good, bro.
40%.
Would have ate good.
In a month. from all-time highs. So you have these alts and these memes and these Ponzi's that they're down 90%. I mean, we just got rugged by the president of Argentina. I mean,
Oh yeah, can
did
we?
I lose money on Libra? Yes, I did. But
Oh,
it's
you
like
had some. You had some.
I didn't lose much, but I mean, dog, like Trump is rugging.
You pay what you pay though? You paid a mortgage. You paid a tuition. What you pay though?
No,
You paid a
I
Corvette. What you paid? Cause I.
McDonald's, bro. A trip to McDonald's. I did not lose much. Just
Oh, you
a
lost a
few
trip to
trips to McDonald's.
McDonald's,
Yeah, it
man.
wasn't that
Shit, man, I'm throwing away Tesla trucks out here, man.
bad. But I
I
mean,
burned
even
two.
with Trump
I'm
coin,
throwing
the
away
biggest
Tesla
fucking one in the
trucks.
space, man, down 78%,
Is
like
that Mercado? Oh, that's Trump coin. Yeah, yeah. I
down
mean,
to
I ain't never
16
really.
bucks. But yeah, I don't even want to talk about Libra. It's just the kid that rugged it. It's this kid named Hayden Davis. They're saying he's got a wallet with either 100 million or 110 million. They say he was paying Malay's sister. I mean, look at the tweet. Look at the text messages here. We've met in person. I control that. I send money to his sister, and he signs whatever I do and does what I want. So I mean, this kid's basically saying he controls the president of Argentina. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, just two other things I want to talk quickly on with crypto, and then I'll turn it over to you for the stocks. But we have the FTX payments going out. I think this was yesterday. They started going out. So I think they paid out 800 million yesterday. So I mean, it's a good start. It was a $10 billion rug. I mean, these people aren't getting 10 billion back. But I think in this first round, it's going to be 1.2 billion. The next one is going to be in April. So the thing to note here is that this should be buy pressure. These people are getting paid in fiat. They're getting paid in cash. They're not getting paid in crypto. So I mean, the problem is they're not getting paid out in what the original price was. I mean, if you're holding Ethereum, you're getting paid out at the same price because Ethereum hasn't done anything in 3 years. But if you were holding Bitcoin on FTX, you're definitely getting cuffed. But in theory, this should be a bullish thing as Sam continues to rot in jail, so that's good. I do just want to make you guys aware, though, the Solana bulls, that there is a fucking, it's just like $2 billion in Solana is getting unlocked, I think in 10 days, very early in March, and this is going to the FTX estate. So I don't know if they're going to liquidate $2 billion worth of SOL or redistribute it, but definitely just something to be aware. I do like Solana because it's very fast. It definitely completely cocked the theory of this cycle, but it's it's still prone to a 40% drawdown, and these unlocks are massive. This is just one unlock, and it's $2 billion. So I mean, that kind of covers the crypto space. I mean, it's crazy. 1 week goes by, and it feels like it's basically months of news. But I will turn it over to our resident stock expert, Balan. What do you want to cover? Do you want to cover Tesla?
I mean, so I like to always start with psychology first. You know what I mean? Just because I keep losing a lot of money and I keep making a lot of money, right? So I think there's a psychology aspect to trading and investing that we don't dive deep on or touch on enough. And I wanted to spend some time on this segment to really go over, you know, how do you get back out on the field after you have a bad game? Essentially, it's the mindset. It's like you can have a bad trade, you can have a bad day. How do you get back out on the field? And understanding that psychology is directly correlated to kind of like when me and Mano first started working together. because we used to read books, and one of the books that we would read was by John C. Maxwell, and it was called Failing Forward. And it was an attitude, but it was an understanding that when you when you fall down or when you make a mistake, there's a or when you make a loss, there's something beautiful or there's something to learn or to gain from that loss. So the act of falling forward is being able to use the momentum of falling down to actually create an upward shift somewhere else in your life if you can understand the lesson. So I really wanted to just touch on that psychology because that psychology literally has to be bulletproof. You know, and I think that was something I've been battling over the last, I think, 1 or 2 weeks. I think that's why I feel like we've had such a break because you have to also also understand the highs that you may go through. You have to understand how you act when you're high. Now, it's not that you can't get high, but you have to understand how to be calm in those situations. And you got to understand how to enjoy the ride, so to speak, because there was a lot of lessons in me obtaining $200,000 in profit and losing $200,000 in profit. Or, like, I guess you would say obtaining $200,000 in profit and losing more than $200,000 in profit. Like a major, loss, I think, in my opinion, especially since that was the most drawdown I've ever had in my one account. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've ever had in one of my accounts. So there's a you have to have a certain psychology. You know what I mean? Because you get into a high when you get so many plays correct, and that's a good sign. If you can go 20 trades in a row, that's a great sign. Like you got to take time to pat yourself on the back, but then you also have to take time to understand the high that you may be in. So, and then you have to understand how to handle larger sums of money. So your psychology shifts in a way where you have to be a lot more disciplined
Mm-hmm.
as you are position sizing with more money. And when you make more money, you have to have a rule for putting some away. And you have to learn yourself. And this is why different people have different strategies because you learn what level of risk you can take before you start responding more from emotion while you're trading, or your life starts feeling down, or you feel emotionally uneasy. You should still have that confidence. And some people, when you grow up playing sports, you learn to be confident and clutch. You learn at the very last second, I'm still going to win even when I'm down. The very last second. And some of this confidence can hurt you because it can be a bravado. It can be fake confidence, not backed by logic. So that's why trading and repetition, that's why learning how to handle when you go 20 trades in a row, how to handle that high, how to understand that high. I want to talk about that. I just want to highlight some of that and the difficulties you may go through as I kind of like just vent about the last, I guess, 2 weeks of trading for me. Because over position sizing, not diversifying in my big account from, and just not learning how to properly short and hedge were the lessons that cost me close to $250,000, right? So mastering those lessons, and I guess you would be able to say you have to. It's funny too, right? Because you have to know when to change your mind. You have to know when evidence change, when something changes, and you have to be able to respond to it. So you can't be stubborn. You literally have to be like water, my friends. You have to be like water because you cannot be stubborn. And that was the fourth lesson out of like that I paid for in that law school tuition, in that med school, in that Ivy League education, right? So there's a bunch of things, I kind of felt, at this point, I've blown an account. I mean, I've paper traded, I've blown an account. I don't necessarily believe in paper trading, and I kind of I like to take the advice from. I think he was. I wish I remembered his name on my YouTube. I guess I could just find him real quick because it's in my history. But he was an older trader, over 40 plus years in trading, and he started as someone that didn't come from wealth, and he started from the Bronx, New York. Yeah, here's his name. Um, yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now, man. I probably could share it though, huh? It was faster, but I kind of want you to have it too because you'll like this guy, Italian guy, right? Who grew up in what early 1900s, so early stock market. And one of the things he talked about is you want to use real money because you want to learn how to win. You want to understand what it feels like to lose. You see, you have to learn how to lose greatly. You got to lose like a champion, right? So champions lose different. You know what I mean? And this is like, I got to bring up the Eagles, man. I got to bring up the Eagles because they're a perfect sports analogy of the mindset you got to have when you're trading. You have to be sometimes willing to put it all on the line as far as like making decisions quickly. Not at all on the line. You got to be able to have proper risk management. I think that's the greatest lesson is not letting your confidence destroy your risk management because that can happen to a point. And you have to understand that number of what you want to trade to make you feel comfortable. And you got to get used to losing five. Like when you start making five figures a day, you have to get used to potentially losing five figures and being okay with cutting your five-figure loss and not being like, oh no, I never lost five figures before. This is crazy. But even though you may go, it's an incredible high if you can go 5 days in a row making five figures. I'm telling you, anybody who's experienced this, I know have felt this high. And maybe if the only other people that experience this are gamblers. The only other people that it can experience a 10x to 100x feeling every day for 5 days in a row are gamblers. So there's a certain mentality and a psychology that you have to master that's similar to a good poker player or a good gambler or somebody who's competitive and that has to risk a lot in order for them to win. So these are all the mentality checks and shifts I had to have, but I didn't feel that bad. It felt like a gut punch, or like I said, it felt like a surgeon losing their first patient. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're like, dang, there's all this blood here. Like, because, but you earn the right to be the one there. You made it,
Yeah.
so you earned the right to lose it. And then you got to think
Fact.
about, and then you got to think about this, and then I like to flip shit on its head, right? I'm like, so the only people that come back from losing 100,000, six figures or more, are millionaires. It's the
That's
only other
true.
people. So,
That's
so did I. So, in another sense, I felt like I was just given a textbook, or like, all right, cool, like, all right, cool. I got the textbook and I got the date for the final exam now. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm prepared. You see what I'm saying? So it was just like, say la vie, life moves on. But you just have to learn yourself. Everybody has to be a little bit different. You have to trick your psychology. You know, at first I was going to cancel my trip because I had like 20x my account, and then I lose 90% of it, right? Which is crazy,
Yeah.
right? Losing 90% of it. But I already had booked my trip. And what I realized is that one, the silence is almost it's such a huge benefit when you're learning how to trade. I want to reference the book Trading Like a Pro as well. So if you could throw that up on screen on the audio, that's also on YouTube for everybody. Trading Like a Pro, because he discusses how much your focus increases when you're alone. So there's a benefit to being by yourself. And I noticed that my trading and my discipline in my trading, how I would get up and how I would look at the market and how long I would look at the market, suffered when I had to talk to a lot of people or I had to be around a lot of people. So I was like, oh, so while I'm mastering this craft, it's it's extremely beneficial that I can do whatever I can to be alone or be locked in, right? Or spend times where you're completely locked in. I know everybody else doesn't have that luxury, but I was like, I might as well, right? And then I was just like, it feels different too when you've already 10x or when you've already lost a lot and you've gotten it back so many times, so many times, so many times. So I was like, all right, cool. That how can I use this to my benefit? And taking profits, right? Day trading, right? It behooves me to master. So they have it up on YouTube too. I don't think you got to pay for the.
What's the author?
What's his name? I got you. Hold on. Yo, but if anybody hits me up, I'll email them an MP. I'll email them a gift.
That's love.
You see what I'm saying? Or I'll DM them a fishing pole. I'll DM them a how to fish manual for trading like a pro audiobook
But
by Richard, no,
I
by
gotta
Alexander Elder. Alexander
Alexander
Elder.
Elder.
Yeah, Alexander Elder. Yup. Trading like a pro. So I just wanted to highlight that before I got off on my next thesis. And that's, we're day trading. And we're learning how to short. But in trading like a pro, he just benefits. He just talks a lot about psychology. I mean, he was a psychologist as well as a trader. So it's a beautiful. I mean, it's like talking to a therapist. It's like having a trading therapist. It's like a very beautiful book that I feel like everyone should kind of walk through and kind of almost play like 10 to 15 minutes a day until you like memorize all the stories and anecdotes in real time. So then that way you could just have that bulletproof mindset when you go into each trading day. It takes a lot. There's a lot of new information you got to be willing to change on news. You got to be able to kind of write out your thesis on the day before, to have a plan to know how to get better. So that was another thing I had to start doing again was writing it out a lot. I stopped writing it out. I started thinking I was the kid. I could start shooting with my eyes closed, right? So I have to start writing it out and just increasing the skill set. But I did want to talk about a couple plays today. I think the biggest play I took today that could have been incredible was SMCI. SMCI just has been doing like 5% days, right? So over the last couple of weeks. So, I pay attention to Trader Live TV for a lot of my references because I'm not using imbalance indicators and I'm not necessarily reading the tape every day. I will be starting that. That is something that that's on my goal list this week to start doing every day. Is start reading the tape. But I like to look up Twitter accounts that's going to give me the information for free and essentially, so I don't have to pay for the indicator or whatever. So they put up a watch list, Trader Live TV, and on their watch list they have a few things because they tell you how much volume is coming in the pre-market. So if you look at the 2 minute and the 5 minute, and most of the time I'm on the 2 minute and the 5 minute. Sometimes I'll go to the 1 and 3, but just so I can clearly see a volume bar to see if that was the indication that that might be done. So it was it was incredible because you've seen momentum and in the pre-market and post-market, and then actually I started the day at Intel. Let me go to the right start of the day. So I was in an Intel position. Can you pull up Intel? I was in an Intel position from yesterday. I think they had something to do with announcing a partnership with Broadcom and TS TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. So that was the news. That was kind of like the hype. People are starting to reevaluate their earnings. They had a solid earnings. I wouldn't say solid. I'll say like a C average. I don't think the company is that great. I wouldn't have touched it. The only reason why I touched it is because I've been learning with day trading you need catalysts. So a lot of day trading has to do with you trading volumes that are absolutely larger than usual on a stock and not to and you got to be like water in the market because the market wants you to eat. We can think what we want to think, but we know in this world, if we tell ourselves we great, we're going to end up being great. So the market wants you to eat. And the way the market wants you to eat is through volatility and through volume. So you have to go to the volume and then you have to use the volume to your advantage. And I just figured after losing 200,000, I never want to do that again. And since I learned how to go 20 trades in a row, now I just want to perfect a strategy that if I'm doing a strategy that I can master to get to 20 trades in a row, and I can get rid of my downside or I can profit off downside. Oh, it's like I'm a hedge fund. I'm a hedge fund fucking guru if I can master that. You know what I mean? I'm as strong as Ray Dalio if I can master that. So that was kind of like my principles for pun intended on why I started to use this trading strategy. So with Intel, I noticed so one thing with these charts, the the five indicators that I've learned to master through my favorite traders are the 50 and the 200 simple moving average and the RSI. So I keep those up and I keep the volume weighted average price up, the VWAP. So those are my joints. So once I get the catalyst and I'm like, all right, cool, the money's flowing in. The next thing I'm looking at is I bring up the chart and I'm starting to make sure I get all my indicators on there because I need to see when shit's hitting shit. And pretty much like the bounces off the 50 are like golden when you start looking at the 2 minute and the 2 minute to the 5 minute. If you can get bounces in and around that area when it's above VWAP, it's just like a high probability. It's a higher probability trade. And the reason why I love referencing a lot of my resources through Trader Live TV is because I believe these are the most experienced traders on the market today on YouTube. So they deserve, and on X, so they deserve a lot of respect. It's a trade house in Canada. And I don't see a lot of people that have day traders that have put in over 2 decades of trading giving you 4 to 6 hours of content every day. It's very rare that you get that all in one setting every day, including a free watch list to tell you what's going on with their indicators that they see. So, it's a dynamite team. If I could have a house like that, that's how I would fucking raise my family. A bunch of fucking little traders and fucking little trading rooms. It's fun. But it gives you that like real time understanding, and it's a team aspect. You have a bunch of people in the chat. They're doing the most views per live during the day. They're averaging 4 to 6 thousand people watching live. So there's a lot of people putting up stuff. Their moderators are awesome, so they're searching through the right people and the right candidates, and they offer trader programs and awards. So you know what I mean. Don't ask me before you search trader TV. You know what I mean? So that's like one of the things I got to say for people who want like more direct stuff from me if I don't have the time. Like, use this resource. This resource is golden. They each all have their own X account as well. But, you know, I've been watching them for around 3 months and I've just noticed them execute at a very high level. So when I go back to the chart, I like to keep these indicators that I've seen them use, and I rely on those because they just had a really strong track record for me. Now, mind you, when I took my other mentorship, they were using the 9 and the 21 day EMA, but they don't use the EMA too much in this with this trading style, with this day trading style. So if we go back to the chart, honestly, I like to look for something, and I keep the RSI up because you have to look for divergence in the RSI. I've noticed when I've seen divergence in the RSI on the 2 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute, and when I see I mean, yeah, if I see it on the hourly too, yeah, I mean, that's golden. That's usually like a continuation downtrend, though. That's usually like Meta, because Meta had 2 days of downtrend. But either way, I'll explain Intel, because Intel I got in at the very top of yesterday's action. So I end up like, man, I got in when Intel was trading at the $27 level because I seen so much divergence on the RSI versus the price action. So I just kept through that trade, and I decided, it was Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday, I don't mind holding trades over the next day because I've noticed in my favor from back testing, gap downs have been in my favor and gaps. So playing the gap, if it's a small position size and if my technicals are in the right space, I'm doing that shit all day long, right? So I played the gap, and that was a huge, man, that was a huge win. That was like a 70% gain on the options, from that $27 level to the $25 level, right off the open, like literally first 2 minutes of the trade, like 9:30, 9:35. I was out of that, and then I was on to my next mystery, which was Tesla. I was trying to get into Tesla when it popped when it popped after, I think, around like 11 o'clock. We see Tesla on a 2 minute pop out and show niggas, and I was trying to get it on a short because, man, it was it passed its. Let me see exactly. Tesla was beautiful. I'm trying to see. Let me. All right, I'm about to share my screen real quick. So yeah, so I was in Tesla like right around here, and I got in for the short, but I'm also in Tesla on my long term contracts. So I notice I feel a little bit more uneasy, and this is where psychology has to come into the play. I don't feel as confident when I'm shorting something that I'm already holding on the opposite direction, but technically it's like a straddle. So it's kind of hard to lose. But the only reason why I didn't get into it is because it didn't necessarily follow all my rules. So you see it now on the 2 minute when it's up here, it's touching the 80. But this is the divergence I'm trying to talk about a lot. That I notice that when I see this on the 2 and 5 minute, it's like this would be considered. bearish divergence because the price is going up, but the RSI is going down. So I was just like, man, it usually always benefits me when I see this indicator. This is like a really strong indicator. Now, of course, I want to rely on previous support and resistance levels. So I might pull out to the 1 hour, right? And I might just look at my, I might just look at the level in which where I see the upside coming to. But this is why I keep the, what am I looking at right now? Which chart? I usually had the indicators already right. Let me just make sure. VWAP, WWAP purple, and SMAs. SMA, the 2 and the 5. So, yeah, the 50 and the 200. 50 is the green. The 50 is the pink. They both look the same. Oh, I need to change this. Let's go. Cool. So you see, basically it's rejecting its 200 simple moving average. So you can kind of use the simple moving averages to know when to get out of stocks because usually reversals happen at these levels or you just see continuations happen at the level, right? But they're pretty accurate on every time frame, especially when you're looking at day trading from the 1 hour to the 5 minute to the 2 minute. So yeah, so that's why I attempted to get in this trade. You know, it started to go up and then it came back down a little bit and I got out, so I didn't see the profit on that. I actually lost a little bit on that. I was kind of actually upset a little bit on that because, you know, once your account gets under 25K again, you can only make X amount of trades. You can only make a certain amount of trades a day because once your cash settles, you have to wait. So you only got like 2 trades on this one account. So then you have to like be very structured too about my trades again. And this is one of the disciplines that, you know, fell off once you start dealing with over 25K on your account when you're trading. But, you know, just keeping the discipline. I think I hopped over to SMCI, right? So SMCI was a banger today. SMCI, the short on SMCI was incredible. And I pretty much called it at the very top. Another easy divergence play, right? But also SMCI had been doing something like over the past week or so, the daily candles have been moving in like 5% ranges, right? Look at this, right? So I'm like, ooh, I need some of this short action. Like, look at that wick. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna zoom in on that thing, but that thing beautiful. Shooting stars. So how we went about executing this was a little bit later in the day, and I seen the short because it was up like wow, man. I want to say it was up close to like 17%, and I believe the only positive catalyst was that they're officially announcing that they will actually be releasing their earnings, and that was from a couple days ago. So there's also this thing called the like rule of three too. So like you can usually short 3 days after positive catalyst news. So usually after earnings, 3 days after, if it's good, a good short play is there. So you can always just use that rule of three at any time in the market to get a good handful of stocks to always be able to potentially short that day. And that rule of three is pretty awesome because it's like, you know, it's rare you see something go up 4 days in a row. And, you know, you can get those metas that go up for 20 days in a row. But guess what? It's still wicked every day. So if you quoted at the top eloquently, you still were making 10%, 20% on your trades, your options
Right.
trades. So let's go. Let's just check out SMCI because I finished the day with a banger on SMCI. Look at this. thing was crazy. Teardropper. A teardropper here. Yeah, so I actually made money off. It's funny because um, I was looking at SMCI during the day, but I didn't catch the short. And the reason why I didn't catch the short is because one of my things I also like looking for when I day trade, especially off this 2 minute and the 5 minute, is I honestly want to see the RSIs at like very high. And I want to see them double touch like over 70 to 80 or towards that 20 to 15 level where you can see the red and green on the RSI from the extension. So I didn't want to short this because the RSI wasn't overextended. So I definitely wait for those overextensions in my RSI on the 2 minute. And sometimes the overextension will happen, but you have to wait for divergence to develop before you see the move. So I usually wait for that double tap in the price after the extension, right? So, but for this, I mean, this one I think like it barely came up. It was close. On a 2 minute, it got to, it looks like the RSI, the internet's kind of acting up on me a little bit. But on the 2 minute, the RSI got close, but on the 1 minute, it touched the oversold. And I was just like, man, the candle was so strong, 4 or 5 days of continuation. And I'm just like, I'm going to take my chances on this short. And I got out incredibly early, but man, I could have made 200% on that trade in one day, right? So it was just like, it's nice to think about that's what's on the way when you rely on these RSIs. When you rely on these RSIs. But if you think about going long too, it's also a great indicator to go long. So I did have a long play yesterday that was nice. So, I knocked the dust off, so to speak, from a major loss. But I'm ready. It was a nice day. We paid the rent today, and that's the goal. Pay the rent.
Let's go. I gotta give you credit, man. Like your mindset is strong. I know a lot of people personally, down multi six figures now just from this altcoin and this meme coin apocalypse. And for you to get out here, basically pick yourself right back up, get right back on stream, be fully transparent, not sugarcoat it, and then also drop just knowledge, gems about the psychology behind it, like the mental game behind it, because that's really what it is at the end of the day. It really is a mental game, and you got to master, your own mind to truly master this. So I just got to give you credit and shout you out, for getting, we all fall back. We all fall off the horse from time to time, but you got right back on that motherfucker. So I just got to give you credit where credit is due for that.
Oh yeah, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And sometimes we just gotta change up our strategy. And we're just stubborn sometimes. As individuals, we can't really help it. And that's why traveling is a good anecdote. Hiking, doing something, giving yourself a different perspective. But
Absolutely,
it's
dude.
only the beginning, bro. It's
I'm
really
just
only the
so
beginning, though.
happy that you didn't cancel the trip and that you still made the trip.
Yeah, I needed to make the trip. Honestly, I needed some more. I need a little bit more time just in my fucking hyperbolic time chamber. So I'm glad we get to come out for these episodes. I'm pretty much only coming out for these episodes. I put down the doom scroll. I put down the doom app. That's what I'm about to start calling Instagram. I'm about to just start calling it Doom, the Doom app, bro. They should
Bro,
just name it the Doom app, cause it's just
I'm
designed for
about
you
to
to doom
delete.
scroll.
I'm about to delete my shit, bro. I hate it. I fucking hate it, dude. It's bad, dude. I hate it.
Yeah, no more doom scrolling, bro. It's just like it's just not necessary. It's like doom scrolls and thirst traps. It's like that's the video game that you're trying to like mentally play whenever you get fucking on Instagram for longer than 30 seconds. And you can go on there to like check a message. You can just go in there to check a message and just see and just get hit with something. It's just like bam. Or you can see like one nice successful quote and you're like, dang, I like that. And then you just get hit with all this other bullshit. So, But either way, I digress. I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad we got to tap in. I know we're
Bro,
gonna
thank you
probably do
so
something.
much, man.
I know we're gonna probably do something. We might have to do a Monday session next Monday because I know you said you got the weekend up ahead of you.
Absolutely, dude. I'm definitely down for Monday. Monday's big day, kicks off the week. Got to
Hmm.
set the pace, set the tone, get the energy right. So I'm definitely down for Monday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna be on here um, a lot more. I finally got the place all set up, so um, feeling a lot more
Let's go.
cozy. So
I
yeah,
appreciate you, bro. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you coming out of the hyperbolic time chamber just to do the lives.
yeah, bro. Of course, bro. Of course, because I gotta put this information out. Um, and I also just wanted to highlight one last thing before we go,
Yes, sir.
and I just
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to tell people to really deep dive on Trader TV Live to their playlist on how to trade. And I really like some of the early lessons from like 4 years ago. And you'll find some gold. So that's how you'll find which indicators to use, how to look at the SMAs, how to set up proper risk management. And some of the videos, I mean, the longest video I think was like 30 minutes. Most of the videos are shorter. So the earlier videos. So go to the real earlier ones that's years ago because the principles don't change, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. That's pretty much it. I was gonna bring it up so people could see it, but my internet's just acting a little too foolish. But yeah, the how to trade segments. I just want y'all to go to the real earlier ones. My favorite trader on there is Sean. I mean, he's definitely an aggressive trader though. Neil is smooth, calm, collected. Um, Sharif is a small cap guy. I'm not really about the small caps. I rather options trade larger companies. But yeah, bro, you get to see a few different people's strategy in there. Sean's just been doing it for a while, and he's the only one I've seen do like 7 trades in a row in like one session, like and profit off all of them. You know what I mean? Like while the market was going down, like, and I'm just like, all right, cool. It's time to get wiggy with it. It's time to get wiggy with it. But I appreciate you, bro. That's all. That's all I pretty much wanted to leave out on.
Let's go. I appreciate you and thank you guys for tuning in. It's been another banger episode. Let's get it.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. Hold on. Did we go over everything in the post title? We talked about rug pulls. I mean, a little bit. I mean, that's the reason why we day trade. And that's the reason why I'm short, right? Because I just got tired of getting rug pulled, man. Like it was a rug pull. Like Tesla
Too
drawing
many
down that
rugs,
much is
bro.
just like just magic carpet, bro. It was a magic carpet. And I was like 2 stories in the air, 3 stories in the air. So that's the mindset behind the rug pulls never stop, and that's the mindset behind shorting, and seeing the macro picture, right? And that's one thing I didn't look at first was the fact that the whole stock market is designed for wealthy people to take the liquidity of unwealthy people and to then put it back into the positions that they're already investing in. So that's the like design of the market. The whole market is designed as a betting game essentially so somebody can win. But it's designed for people to short. It's literally designed for people who have billions of dollars to use $1 million and short and hedge their position and make money on hedging their position So then that way new people can enter the market and then they can ride the price back up. And then when people enter when it's higher, they take that money and short it down. They created it just so they can short. Like shorting is almost like a privilege of being able to understand the way the volatility, who the volatility was created for. The stock market was created for the people who run the hedge funds and short. They want to
Right.
capture liquidity of people who are freshly entering the market. So that's the reason why I'm like, all right, cool. Since y'all never gonna stop rug pulling no matter what, like you're gonna draw down Tesla stock 30, 40% when it's saying it's coming out with autonomous robots and autonomous AI cars within 3 to 4 months. Like, okay, just because he wants to end corruption and you are completely in control of the media, okay. You know what I mean? So it's just like I can't. A part of the stock market that Ray Dalio talks about is understanding sentiment and when ideology clashes are happening. And I noticed that there was a lot of ideology class crashing that's happening in the U.S. And since Elon was connected to Trump, a lot of the pullback was more so people having uncertainty and doubt about Elon Musk working with the government. Tesla was it's infused itself in the sentiment. So it's kind of caught me off guard, but it taught me a valuable lesson because it taught me to like Tesla stock gave me a recession, but it gave me a recession not from fundamentals. It gave me a recession from sentiment. So now I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm,
So this is what a recession of sentiment look like per stock, and now I'm understanding. All right, cool. So that's what happens to the whole market when they talk about like interest rates or bonds or stuff like that. Mostly the interest rates. They can affect the whole treasury market and the bond market. So I'm just understanding sentiment from that level, and that's the reason why I'm like, all right, cool. I trust nobody now. I don't have no new friends in the market. There are no new friends. I'm trying to get I'm trying to become financially free. I'm not going to hold on to a stock just because I believe in it. When I know the majority of the money is strategically being used by wealthier people to short it and then buy more of it. So I just I don't like getting hustled. So I don't want to be the one in the stock market getting hustled.
right.
And yeah, so I guess that's my like last little rift on the rug pulls, man, and why we decided to master the shorts, man. But yeah, we that's the new mindset going forward. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to talk about updates. I'm gonna talk to you next week. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a stellar week this week. I'm gonna keep
Let's
going in,
go.
keep going in. I still need that Lamelo Ball. I still have dreams of that $200 million contract, that 3 seasons, 200 million. You know what I mean? like let's have these type of trade account goals. Like I want to make that dumb money NBA. I want to make that NBA dumb money in the fucking options market, and I want to make it cool for people to be like, you know what, I can make as much as an NBA All Star if I learn how to trade.
Right. It's coming back. It's coming back, bro. It's all energy. It's coming right back to you. Don't even trip. Don't sweat.
Yeah, we doing it, brother. We doing it. So I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day, my guy.
Appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see everyone on Monday. Thank you, brother.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.
Back at it again in the studio. I'm cooking with my friend.